time for Amnesia to make a comeback.
Woo! Not the Tomei game.
No. Wait. Amnesia's in the Tomei game?
Sure is.
I thought it was a horror game.
There's both.
Oh. Interesting.
Nahone.
Nahone. Anyways, we got some amnesia to deal with today.
Some brothers.
Some brothers making their comeback after a little bit away. But yeah, we'll talk about all that today here on episode 49 of Jared and Al Watch Inuyasha. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Howe and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 2, Episode number 22, or Episode 49, entitled Kohaku's Lost Memory. Can you believe that 3 episodes from now, we have talked about Inuyasha for a year's worth of episodes?
Wilden.
Well, I mean, it'd be way over a year because we've been interrupted by a few series, I think.
Yeah.
When did we even start Inuyasha?
Yo, I don't know.
That's what I'm here to find out.
Answer the questions.
That's what I'm here to do.
Woo! I did just recently replace my water bottle with an Inuyasha water bottle.
You did. Gotta scroll through all these episodes on the buying time. Would you believe that I did not put up social media this week?
I would believe that, yes.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's fine. Not your fault. It's my fault.
Sometimes I remind you.
Sometimes. I definitely saw you post it, and then I was just like, oh.
Back to sleep.
Whoosh. Our first episode of Inuyasha was January 6th, 2021.
Wow. Wild.
A little bit of a long time ago, but yes. That'll be coming up in a few weeks, but for now, we're going to talk about this episode where Kohaku's back.
Mm-hmm.
And he just doesn't remember anything, and he's a normal boy again.
Sort of.
So we begin this episode, and they're out at the remains, not the rains.
home on the reins.
Yes, of one of Naraku's castles. They find some graves of the demon slayers.
Her dad's there.
Papa.
Her papa.
And they bury him again.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, you don't deserve to be buried here. Let's bury you elsewhere.
Were they okay? So I may have missed something here, but were they implying that like these dead bodies were the bodies that were from that first fight that we like the introduction of Sango and Kohaku?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was the case, but like for some reason I got confused of like that doesn't make sense because wouldn't they have known this was a place or like wouldn't she know this was a place before? I don't know.
Maybe she's terrible with directions.
I mean that's fair. It's very fair.
And the castle moved, so.
True.
But yeah, that is her dad's actual armor.
Right. So yeah, they basically bury him again, and then she's like, "I'm gonna get my brother back." Speaking of Kohaku, he doesn't remember anything. He's chopping wood.
Yay, wood.
He just lives with an old people couple.
Yep.
After the castle disappeared, he's just like, I don't know what's happening. What's going on? Kohaku gets attacked by the bees.
The bees!
And then this weird giant spider demon shows up and is like, I want your shard. And he's like, I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Inuyasha and the gang are running towards it because they like figure out that the bees are around. So like, oh, something's up. We gotta go investigate.
I think, senses his shard in his back.
Yeah.
Which eventually ends up in his neck, by the way. I think I mentioned that before, but right now it's in his back.
So they go and find him, and Sango takes down the demon and is like, oh my god, it's my brother.
My brother.
Kohaku's like, who the heck are you? I don't know who this is. So Sango tries to reconnect with her brother, and he's like, I don't remember anything. I don't know what's happening, but I guess this is all right. Please don't embrace me. I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed. She's like, we're siblings. It's fine.
Kagome hangs out in there as well to like help out and everything, while Inuyasha and Moroku talk outside, and Inuyasha's like, I don't like this. I don't like it. It's a trap. It's 100% a trap.
Even though we walk into traps all the time.
It's very much a trap. I believe it. And Moroku's like, I mean, look, you have a point. I will give you that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if this is necessarily a trap. I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. And he also like, no, it's a trap, 100%. Kagome comes out and she's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And Inuyasha's like, it's a trap. And she's like, I don't know about that. And then they're arguing, and Sango comes out, and he's like, I'm going to go tell her. And they're like, don't tell her.
No.
He just walks up to her like, this is a trap. And she's like, no, not a trap. He's like, it's a trap. No. And they just argue, and then Kohaku wakes up, and he's like, I got to go. The lady's going to get in trouble if I don't leave. I must leave now. I must run away.
Bye.
And then, like, while they're arguing, they're like, huh? Demons are coming. A lot of them.
A lot of demons.
So they wait for the demons to approach, and then Kagura shows up and is like, hey, how's it going?
What up?
Where's Kohaku? I know you probably have him some here somewhere. Naraku's dumb and sent out an entire army just to find this kid. This is real stupid. But look, we're here. Do you have him? Do you want to give him to me? I figure you have him because that just seems right, but, whatever. And then, basically, Kagome and Sango run after Kohaku because Kagome can sense the jewel shard and everything, while Inuyasha and Moroku are just going to deal with Kagura, who's just like, hey, what's up?
Hey.
This is dumb. So they eventually catch up to Kohaku as he's running through the forest and gets surrounded by the bees, and then the bees get exploded by the boomerang.
I was saying that Mom was actually useful against the bees, whereas Dad is not useful against them.
It's true. Sango's like, hey, I'm going to go deal with some more demons. You and Kagome go hide.
I'm going to take Kilala.
Stay alive.
Kirara.
Yes. So she runs off. Kagome and Kohaku try and run away. They run into some demons, and she starts sniping them. And then you're like, hey, she better not run out of arrows. And immediately she runs out of arrows.
I jinxed her. I'm sorry.
So they go hide in a cave, and they're just hanging out. Kagome is just like watching out to see what everything's going on. And then Kohaku remembers Naraku being like, hey, you should kill Kagome. And he's like, why, yes, I should kill Kagome. What a shame that you're in this cave with me. I'm going to get you.
She's like, what are you doing?
This is bad.
Inuyasha.
And then that's the end of the episode.
Yep, that's how it ends.
I mean, it's better than last week's episode.
It's not hard, though.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
You could have just put up like still images of Inuyasha, and that would have been a better episode than last week.
Probably, yes.
But yeah, we have a cliffhanger this week that we'll figure out what's going on next week.
I'm sure Kagome's gonna die.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Except they're also going to find out that Sango wants to die as well next week.
Well, goodbye.
He's like, I ain't having that.
You are too pretty.
Girl, please. So yeah, we'll figure out what's going to happen with the rest of this next week. There are no notes and differences on the Wikipedia page for this episode, so we can't talk about any of those.
Well.
So I can't tell you what was different or what weird note that they have to tell us about, like the time or whatever they want to tell us about. So yeah, we'll figure out what happens next week as we discuss episode number 50, the big 50, the half-century mark of Inuyasha, which is entitled The Unforgettable Face. Because you can't forget a face.
Mm-hmm.
They're unforgettable.
Whoa.
Ski woe indeed. I mean, just think, we're like almost a third of the way through the original series.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
We'll be at 50 of 167 episodes next week.
And then we have to go to the movies and the final act.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can't wait to see. I can't wait until we see how the original series ends so you can see that. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I hope it ends just like Full Metal Alchemist did and they go to World War One. And you're just like, huh?
Huh?
What? Excuse me? Either way, yeah, we'll talk about next week how the cliffhanger concludes and if Kagome dies or not, which she probably is 100% going to die, and that's going to be the end of the series.
Yep, that's how it ends.
That's how it ends. But that's going to do it for this episode.
That's how this ends.
That's how this ends. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next time as we figure out, is Kagome going to eat it or not?
Shrek shoulders.